you need to speak to somebody. There's something wrong with you. That's all in your head. This is all in your head. Hello everyone, welcome to Unfables. My name is Audrey and I am here to help you navigate all things womb related with a particular focus on endometriosis. Today we are talking about chronic illnesses and in particular what not to say to people with chronic illnesses. You wouldn't believe the things that people say that can make someone with a chronic illness like endometriosis or another one very uncomfortable and very upset. Chronic illnesses can be visible or invisible. They affect people on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. I'm here to try and bring some light on all the things you should try and avoid saying and give you some tips and hints as to what you could say instead, so that everybody feels great and so that the person affected by the chronic illness can really feel like you're supporting them, like you understand where they're coming from, and even if you don't understand, like you really care and you really want them to feel good, to feel better. That's where we're going with this. So let's start. I've broken it down to two areas. There are the things that you can say at work or in a work environment with colleagues or people you don't know very well, and there are also the things that you can say in the family and friend circles, which you might mean well for that person, but what you're saying is really going to be upsetting. So let's start with the office. Number one, you don't look sick. Yeah, probably don't look sick because I have a chronic illness that falls into the invisible type of illnesses. It doesn't make it any less valid. So yeah, don't look sick right now, but I look sick at home. I look sick when I'm not putting the camera on. I look sick pretty much all the time. I'm just putting on this front so that you can't see, and what you don't know is that I am on some very strong painkillers that keep me going. That's all I can do to not look sick. So instead, here's what you could say. Let me know if you need anything. I would really love to understand, so I'm here to listen if you want to talk. Well, you know, I have a friend who has this, and actually this worked very well for her. You should try it. So that worked for you, so you think that this will work for me, even though we are two different people and you don't know anything about how my body works. I actually don't really know how my body works, because if I did, I would tell it to stop being an idiotic body that keeps on giving me pain and problems. What you're really saying here is you just haven't tried the right things. And I know things that work. Something might have worked for somebody, but it will not necessarily work for me. And it's a nice intention. The person will know you're coming from a good place. You're trying to solve the problem. Let's say you're trying to solve the problem. But at the same time, it's a little bit insulting to think that they haven't thought of this and that they don't know how to deal with their issues and that you know better. So here's what you can say instead. What are the things that you found help you? Is there anything new that you're keen to try? I hope you get better soon. The key here is that I cannot get better soon because I have a chronic illness, which means an illness that requires constant work and treatment that can last months, years, decades. It's chronic. It just doesn't go away. So I cannot get better. However, what could happen is that my symptoms can become more manageable with different ways that I can experiment with. So this is what you could say instead. I hope your symptoms become manageable. Yeah, I could really do with a week off too. I'm really tired. You're probably just stressed. You work too much. You're probably just stressed. Yeah, I'm sure you can, but you know, that was not a holiday. I was off sick and I was in bed the whole time. And to be honest, I often also take holidays to be sick because I've run out of sick days. So yeah, that's one to just not say to anyone ever. Instead, you could say this. Oh, that must be awful. I really hope you find what's wrong. Is there any way I can help you? Are you sure you can't eat that? It should be fine. Well, that kind of means, I don't believe you, or I don't trust you. Are you sure you can't eat that? Like, I don't believe what you've just said. You must be making it up. Here's what you can say instead. So I'm so happy you could join us. I would love to know more about your diet. I mean, if you don't mind sharing. Oh, I've never heard of this. Is it a real thing? Is it like a real disease? Like a proper one? So that one essentially means you must be a hypochondriac. Like, this is too much. Or even worse, there's nothing wrong with you. That's what this means. You've never heard of it? That's fine. That's fine. It's okay to say that, as long as you follow up with, I'll do some research. I'll Google it. Or, can you tell me more? And I'll go and do some research. I mean, if you feel comfortable with it. So instead, you could say something like this. How can I support you? Have you tried yoga? You should do yoga. The yoga one, or meditation, essentially means that they've never tried it. It works for you, there's no reason why it wouldn't work for them. They just need to distress. And it goes back to the you're too stressed, you're just too stressed point. What you could say instead, are there some things that can make you feel better? What are the things that can make you feel better? I mean, it could be worse. Sure, yeah, it probably could. But what this means is, suck it up. You are weak, you're a weakling. You know, just breathe and, where's the English thing people say? Keep calm and carry on.
No, I can't keep calm.
I can't breathe, I'm in pain, there's nothing I can do, painkillers don't work. I cannot just get over it because it's here and it's here to stay. Here's what you can say instead. I really don't know what to say. I had no idea. I'm here to listen if you need anything. But I don't understand. You did it yesterday. You can't do it today? Well, that one kind of means it's not that hard, you know? Just do this, just do that. Actually, it is. So here's what you can say instead. Well, not to worry, we can reschedule or we can do something else. I think you should speak to a therapist. Oh, the therapist one. So the thing is that a lot of people with chronic illnesses already speak to a therapist if they can or if they feel comfortable doing so. They're not going to tell you, yes, I am seeing a therapist. No, they're not going to tell you. But what this means, because you wouldn't know, what this means is, I don't believe you. Like, you must be making it up. You need to speak to somebody. There's something wrong with you. That's all in your head. This is all in your head. Here is what you can say instead. Has got to be frustrating. How can I help you? That's it, everyone. I hope that these ideas and this advice will help you in your conversation with people that you may know, or colleagues whom you know, you happen to know, or they've told you have a chronic illness and are suffering from a chronic illness. If they haven't told you, I would advise that you don't go and start talking to them about it, because if you know, it would be questionable to find out how you did find out, because this is sensitive information. So actually keep that to yourself and do your research and just don't bring it up. But if somebody with a chronic illness happens to talk about it and you are in a conversation with them about it, these, I hope, are some tips that you can use to help them feel supported and essentially ask open questions. They can tell you how they feel, and you wouldn't believe how liberating it can be to talk about how you feel, how you really feel, that you're struggling, and to have somebody on the other side to give you space and give you room to be ill, to be in pain, but also to be your best self. And they will accept you either way. So that's, I hope, is going to help you. So if you like the video and if you don't want to miss any more videos, press the like button. Remember to subscribe down below. You can also check the little bell so that you're reminded when I post my next video. Thank you very much for watching. If you are interested in finding out more about endometriosis, I will see you over here. And if you've already seen that video, well, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.